Baby, I run to it like you owe me, bring it back. No, it ain't my birthday, but come and make it clap. Oh, let's do it, I'm on tap. And she gon' throw this whack. Shake it, work it, twerk it, come and do it for a man. You just got your head in, I ain't tryna take the piss. But you gon' need some shtick, goddess like Alexa Bliss. Baby, I'ma need that kiss. And she gon' take this, and she gon' take this pic. Baby, I'm all on your hips. Like Bennett. I didn't see exactly what was said. I'm not gonna try and find the whole clip because I just can't be bothered. But Edrants,
Fakemink.
Yes, he's a Edrants. He is a interesting gentleman. I will say that.
He's a media page. Let's say music. He covers UK music on Twitter. Let's just say for people that don't know.
Yeah, he had. I think he works for a podcast. I've got the podcast is called as well. It's a pretty decent one. They've had some decent artists on there. I'd say he's more like he's like a journalist. He specifically kind of works or tries to, or since I have known of him, has tried to kind of cover like quote unquote UK underground, UK overground, whatever we're calling it stuff. And he has just been around for a little while, basically. Like he's been doing his thing.
Years,
yeah. So for a little while he's been doing his thing. Podcast I've seen, like he's mainly like kind of like freelance, just doing his own thing for a while. But he seems to be working with certain people and doing certain things. So
I've seen his podcast, but I don't know if it's still the same. It's like in the garden.
Yeah, I think no, it's not in the garden. It's in like a couch. He's on some couch or something.
Okay.
But, yeah, I think he did one.
In the garden with like other people.
No, I think he did an interview in the garden. I think that was the plot. I think I did the plot as well. The plot with the garden one. But I think he did an interview with them where he had like some black leather shades on. I mean leather gloves on or some shit like that, if I remember correctly. But yeah, he's very interesting. Very interesting guy. I will say that. One thing I'll give him credit for. He's in a scene where we've talked about like the journalism and certain things like that. Sorry, I'm trying to click on this at the same time. He was one that's always tried to like go out of his way to make sure he covered certain things and do certain things. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like he's documented it. He's always covered it, and at a place, you know, in a time where a lot of people weren't really doing that, it was just always appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Like in the sense of just like actually try to see outside of the wider scope of things, and he would still obviously cover certain, you know, topics in regards to the more mainstream people, but he, you know, he was always cool about, you know, just kind of covering that. He's one of those kind of like, I don't want to say hot takey kind of guys. I wouldn't say it's a hot take that he has, but he's one of those kind of guys. He will say how he feels, even if how he feels is a bit kind of like, sometimes, but like he will say how he feels. But I think he's generally a good guy, and he's always tries to cover things in a certain type of way, maybe. Do you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, I guess. But yeah, obviously Fakemink is, you know, super famous at the moment. I don't listen to any of his music respectfully, and I don't even mean that in a horrible way. I just don't. But I know he's pretty talented, I think, maybe from what I've heard. So
it's pretty decent.
Yeah, pretty decent. But basically, he must have criticized his role in Loud Performance. He must have said something about because I've seen other people talking about his role in Loud Performance as well. I see where he's doing some weird ass dance and certain things like that. But he's obviously come under some criticism for.
I'm trying to see that vid.
Can I find it?
Gosh.
He's come under some criticism for his performances.
We need that
so basically, this Edrants has responded just as we've been doing this. So he's
but yes. What the fuck? Nigga, you meant to sing. Can you turn it up a little? I can't really hear much.
Right. So I think he must have said something about his breath
Was it
control.
my sound? I couldn't really hear much of it, you know. It was a bit low.
I mean, it wasn't that much to really hear, to be honest. He was just.
Oh. I just wanted to judge his. Wait.
You can't hear that. Can you not hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to him doing his dance, doing his little thing-a-ling, all that good stuff. But yeah, basically, Edrants must have said something about his breath control. I don't actually. Oh, he said I lost connection to screen share for a second. You can hear me there, right?
Yeah, yep.
All right, cool. Yeah, he said something about his breath control and his performances. I've seen people kind of criticizing his performances. I don't know the full context of anything about it, basically. But it was just interesting to me because I just thought it was just like, put it this way, I know how Ed can be.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. So what did Ed say to that? Do we have it?
No. So I was really trying to find if he said something initially about like what he said initially, so that I could provide more context on what he said, because I don't want to just kind of go off of just knowing that he said one thing, even though he might have said a bit more. But basically, he criticized his breath control. And this is he basically responded on Tumblr or some shit.
Is this Fakemink?
Yeah, apparently.
So this is the response to Edrants saying criticizing his performance.
Yep.
Okay, bet.
Sorry, my bad.
Should we read it?
And it said, I have been working like a dog. I've been doing 4 or 5 shows a week, no rest. If I was able to sleep the day of Rolling Loud, the performance would have been much better. I did 2 shows back to back before our Rolling Loud with no sleep in between any of the 3 shows. Mixed with the health conditions I have, this tour has been pushing me to the edge. I promise I'll make it back up to you all.
Okay, so he's acknowledging that it was pretty bad.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. I will never speak on my health conditions because I do not desire pity from any.
You just did.
I would never speak. I would never speak on my health conditions because I do not desire pity from anybody. I guess. But I saw some grown man ranting about me and my lack of breath control. I don't know if he was ranting. His name is Edrants. That's what he goes by. So maybe that was a comment on that, which I'm assuming it was. And I couldn't help but realize that people really do not know anything about anything. I was not sent onto this earth to spit flawless 16s. I was sent here to deliver a certain message through the music I make. I've been doing 5 shows a week, sacrificing peace of my health only because I want my supporters to enjoy themselves. But I was not sent to this earth to dance around and perform in any specific way for no man. I love every single one of you, but I need you to understand we are not court fools or jesters. Me, Rosh, and Tina are simply the messengers. So that was his response. Any take on that so far?
I'm fine with the first post. The second one just took it way too far. I mean, he said he don't want to speak about his health condition. I understand. I respect that, but why even mention it if you don't really want to get into it? You know what the internet does. And then saying he hasn't been brought on earth to spit flawless 16s. I can hear that. Does he know the history of hip hop, of rap, of music in general, of what?
I'm glad. All right, cool. I'm glad you. Sorry, I really don't mean to interrupt you like that, but like I just do want to make a point. I'm really glad you fucking said that because I sometimes I have these takes in my brain and I'm just like, am I bugging out? I really hate this idea of when niggas step into a certain field of music, but then feel like they can just change the rules or just be like whatever. Now I know so much rules are there to be bent, they're there to be broken, you're just there to do whatever. But please, man, it's like I wasn't spit here. So all right, cool. This goes into what I was gonna say anyway. I feel like 2 things can be right. Edrants does have a thing right that I felt like I kind of saw back in the day where it's like. I feel like he listens to a lot of music, clearly. He listens to a lot of like grime, a lot of hip hop, I guess, as well. I feel like he understands the culture to a point. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's certain things sometimes. One thing that used to bother me is like sometimes, being the edgy underground kind of artist, you kind of mix your songs in a particular type of way. You do certain things that are kind of on purpose. And sometimes like when you got men that have an ear for like grime and studio and, hit just basic hip hop in a certain type of way, it does make them kind of get a bit like, like the bass was maybe a little bit too loud, but the rest of it was cool. It's not that it's invalid as a criticism. It is valid because that's his take on it. But also, man have done that on purpose to make it sound a certain type of way. Do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes some man, they might appreciate it to a point, but they don't fully appreciate and understand why people are doing that because there is a small science behind it. Sometimes it is just terrible and it is just, it don't work. But that's the nature of experimental music. Do you know what I'm saying? So I do feel like there's the element of that I can understand where he would be coming from, Fakemink, where it's just kind of like, bro, like maybe this or whatever, like in the sense of the whole 16s, like he makes a different style of music, I guess, and that sort of thing. So I totally understand that. But also, it's like, bro, man can take criticism, fam. Like, man want to step into music and do what, for levitate in the air while fucking, do you know what I'm saying? Everybody throws their Supreme hats at you. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Like,
Let's also say that he admitted that the performance
it
could have
was
been better.
bad. Like,
Yeah,
you're allowed to have better breath control.
it's
Like, you are.
fine. It's fine. You have an
Like,
off day. You're tired. It's fine. You don't have to get into. Oh, I have a condition. Oh, my man's runt. I'm not doing this for grown men. It's like, bro, what are we
bro,
doing?
like, if he's sitting there just hating, now this is why I kind of wanted to find a little bit of the context, because if he's just sitting there hate, which I don't know Ed to ever have really done, do you know what I'm saying? Just sat there and
Yeah.
hated on anybody. He's one of them I'm always objective type of guys, do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've never really seen him hate on any artist like that. So it's like, for you to like kind of insinuate that, as you said, like ranting or, bro, like, breath control is valid. It doesn't matter if you mumble rap. It doesn't matter if you do anything. You're making music that other people are going to listen to and have their own critiques on and have their own takes. Doesn't mean that you have to respond and like all of it. There's things that people said about my music that I don't love and always feel like, all right, cool, I have my perspective on it. But for God's sake, bro, when you're going out and doing a live performance, there are some elements of things you need to take control of. You do make a certain style of music. Breath control is just fundamental in music. Like, take the advice. It's not every day I'm above hip hop and I'm above. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing,
something different. I came to
yeah,
this earth with a
like,
message.
with
I'm
a
trying to relate it
message.
through my music and stuff.
I am my own entity. Like, do you know what I'm saying? My own entity who does things on a different existence and plane to the rest of you mortal be like, bros. Alright, you're in character. I get it. Maybe you really believe that about yourself. Who am I to even take that away from you,
Yeah,
bro? Like,
maybe.
do you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone has their beliefs. If you're spiritual, you feel a certain type of way. You feel a certain type of way. But brother, man, you can take some critique and not do this whole I'm on Tumblr, right? And like, for God's sake, man. Like,
I'll be real. That first message that we have on screen would have been
I
fine.
sound old. Yeah, it would have been totally
Like,
fine.
that's totally fine with me. You give a bit of context. You said you've been working. You was a bit tired. You admitted that you could have done better, and you said that you will do better. That I will make it back to you all. And then you had to fuck it up with the second post.
Yeah,
That's when the
because
ego
like I
kicked
said,
in. The ego
exactly,
kicked in.
the ego kicked in hard, fam. He felt away about what my man said. I'm waiting to just be like, hold on, but also who are you to talk on it? Which I guess you
Yeah.
have a right to do as an artist. I'm not trying to take away his right to maybe feel away about what was said, even if it's whatever. But I just think sometimes you got to look at when people are like really criticizing you or being horrible, or when certain things are valid. And I just don't like the take of, as you said, like, I was sent on earth to deliver a message, not spit flawless 16s. Like, man, love trying to shit on the craft because they feel like they're doing something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can say I'm doing something different and better without shitting on it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
you can flex your ego and be how you want to be, but it's like, man wanna get up and take on age old traditions, but then want to spin them and then like not understand why sometimes people want to hear certain things, bro. Like, when you're
And
spinning
also,
traditional music,
sorry.
you know. Sorry, go on.
I was also gonna say you can take something that's already a thing and take it to the next level, improve it, fine tune it, refine it. Because if you take his sound, there's none of his sound without a Carti, without an Uzi, without a famous Dex, without all of these man.
Yeah.
Some of them have a way of performing on stage. Some of them are better than others. Like a Don Toliver is better on stage than a Chief Keef or even a Lil Uzi sometimes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that what they're doing can't be improved, because what I'm trying to say is basically he probably got inspired from people that perform in a certain way, and he's probably thinking my way of performing is not that different from that, and them man are legends.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. The point is even those legends could benefit with some breath control.
Cause it don't matter who
You
you
know
are,
what
you're
I'm
making
saying? You know what
fucking
I'm saying?
music. You're making fucking music, bro.
Exactly.
Like you're making music. Like it don't matter who you. It doesn't matter who you are. When you're on stage, bro, niggas expect something, fam. It don't matter if you're doing ukulele up there, bro. You better ukulele properly, bro, and stop playing. It don't matter if your throat singing, like whatever you wanna call it, fam. I don't care. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know. There is you're
Yeah.
performing. It's a performance. There are certain things
Yeah.
that you have to take into consideration. And again, obviously, perform and do what you want. But like, I don't know, man. Sometimes it
And
just comes off
also,
mad
those
ego-y to me. Like,
those guys have improved as well. By the way, a Playboy Carti in 2015 is not performing the same as 2025. He's
exactly,
made
though.
improvement. He's worked on his set. On maybe he knows his weaknesses and his strengths. So he knows he's not the best vocally. He's gonna have some fire. He's gonna have some things on the screen. He's gonna have some people dancing. But he's not just saying, "Oh, I'm not coming here to do flawless 16s."
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Cut
It's
is
just
paying
kind
his respect.
of, bro. You can always take a level of like or whatever. And like I said, to be fair, man, are young and stuff as well, so they'll learn that
True.
and improve on their own thing. So sometimes you hear things and it's just annoying to hear. And to be fair, like I said, based on the medical conditions he said he wasn't going to talk about but spoke about anyway, it sounds like he's going through a lot in regards to just like dealing with the pressures
Yeah, I
of
don't want
being
to
on
dismiss
tour.
that. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? The pressures of everything that's going on around him, and then on top of it, when you're that tired, you're that mash up, and you're getting cussed online. Fam. It must be jarring. Like if let's take him for 100% face value, which I don't really have any reason to not. Let's take him for 100% face value, and yeah, he is mash up and tired, and he's had no sleep on top of it, and then you go out there try and give a performance. You're not your greatest, but you're trying to whatever, and you go online and see bare people cussing. A lot of us are gonna feel away, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's rational, whether it's not rational, whether we're wrong, a lot of us are gonna feel away about that. When there's certain things that are into consideration, I think sometimes a lot of people just want people to understand something. So even if it's so much that's like, it's not so much that he's angry. I guess it's just more that like I think he just wants to get it across. That's like, while man's talking about my breath control, I am actually struggling and dealing with that. Do you know what I'm saying? But I just think doing it in the WWE character, which is musicians, I think musicians are the closest things to superheroes that you can actually get in life. Funny enough, I'll explain that analogy another day, but I genuinely do. And everyone's in their characters. Do you know what I'm saying? And everyone's doing what they need to do. So, man are gonna say what they gotta say, but like, I don't know. I swear he's done the whole like I'm not a rapper, I'm an artist type thing that I've seen niggas do.
I think he has, yeah, probably.
Like,
I'm not
so
100% sure, but it's true
just
that I don't want to dismiss his life circumstances because that plays a big part. So if he's watching this and watched the first 10 minutes, he's probably like, "Oh, these niggas are haters." No,
but
we understand. We're just saying that even if you're tired and you have health issues, you should still be working towards improving your set, and that
bruh,
includes breath control. And it's not
facts
to
though.
say that your performance is trash. It's not to say that you can't get better.
Or you need
It's
to be some
literally just,
traditional rapper.
yeah.
Like
You
you
don't need
you
to
just
be.
need to you can just do what you do, but with better breath control.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, like niggas, I don't know, man. Niggas, like I said, niggas got their panties twisted up when they went like. I used to hear that like when I used to talk about the underground king stuff, and I felt like that had nothing to do with anybody else. So maybe it's the
Yeah.
same in a different context where it's just like he's doing his character, and maybe it's just rubbing off on me a little bit wrong. Where it's just a bit like, what do you mean I wasn't sent? Like me, as much as I call myself underground king, I was never on some I was sent on this earth to fucking like, brother, like touch the grass, touch the ground, smell the air, like breathe. Do you know what I'm saying? And let's cool off a little piece. Do you know what I'm saying? Just cool
Yeah,
off a
man.
1-2 level, and just bring it down a little piece. So, I do understand that, but
And the
like I
worst
said, two
thing
things
is,
can be right. Go on.
my Ed probably listens to him. So
Yeah,
he's probably the best person to take advice from. In the
yeah.
sense.
I mean, to a point, because that's what I was just about to say anyway. Like I said,
Yeah.
Ed can be a little like this. It's hard to articulate because I feel like I've experienced a lot in music, and I don't want to sound like I'm really talking about their personalities. But when it comes to their music tastes, it's like, I don't know, man. I think they know like not everything, but man, I think they know stuff. So when you're bringing that fresh something to someone sometimes, and they don't really understand it, it just comes off a little bit like, do you know what man was
What's
doing
that?
here, fam? Like, do you know what I'm
Like he's
saying?
coming on
Like
his
it's
high horse type shit.
kind of, yeah. And I know he doesn't mean to, and I wouldn't. I don't think it'd be fair for me to put that on him. And I'm not even trying to be political or correct or any of that because I ain't spoken to this brother in time. And like I said, I don't know. I'm not. I wouldn't consider myself friends with not that he's ever friends anyway, but just like I don't care to be cool with a lot of these people at all. But even so, I just, you got to tell the truth. I don't really know him to be a certain type of way, but I do know him to have just how it comes off. Like I said, he's never said anything horrible or wild. It's just certain things I've like you said about my music, or certain things where I'm just like, bro, you do realize I did that on purpose, or just like, all right, man, like, yes, like you're used to a studio quality sound. Of course, you're not gonna dig it that much when it's this muddy ass, like, until you get used to it type thing. So, I do understand that. What I do want to watch quickly though is his response. He actually just dropped a response very recently to it. So he's dropped a 9-minute fucking thing. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole 9 minutes, but
Oh God, Ed.
I was about to say it's not that funny, but then I just thought about him saying, "Yo, I wasn't sent to this earth to spit 16s," and I'm like, "Yo, cuz."
Damn.
Like, if I ever read a response like that's aimed directed at me, I might be looking as well like,
I might have a field day. I might have an hour stream on that one, bro.
yeah, like, brother, this man said to me I wasn't sent on this earth. Like he's the fucking Men in Black bug at the bug at the end of fucking Men in Black 1, fam. Like that, what is he on? One thing I don't like about this current culture, I don't like it, and the word rattled as well is being used a lot in football, right? Where it's like, rattled, rage bait, they all mean the same thing these days. Yeah. I can't stand this culture of like people having an emotional response to something and then it becoming oh, you're rattled thing. Like, what do you mean rattled? Like, what is that like? Because to me, it's just like it's like me being in front of you and swinging like that and then you flinching. Do you know what I'm saying? Or your eyes blinking and I'm going, look at you, shook. Like bro, some things are just like borderline involuntary responses. If you're actually aiming to piss somebody off, don't piss me off and then be like, oh, you got rage bait. Like, what the? You tried to piss me off, and but that's the culture. So even that, it's like he responded, and I understand it's fun, but would you like him saying he's rattled? Like, I don't get it. Like, what am I supposed to laugh because he had an emotional response? Look at him, he's emotional. Like, he has emotions. Like, no, like, what do you mean he's rattled? Like, all right.
I guess the funny part is the play on the album name. The rattled part is not funny.
I guess, yeah. I guess that's the joke.
Was terrified, yeah.
But it should be rattled. But like he kept saying it online as well. Though I saw him quote it. It was like, yeah, he's rattled. And it's like, why did you keep trying to push this agenda? He's rattled. Like, I guess this don't help the allegations when we're older. Do you know what I'm saying? We're doing the whole he's rattled to like somebody who's like 18, like, or however old he is. It's like, brother, true. But even so, I don't. Even if he is rattled, like, okay, we're talking about something and people have called him out a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I'm just being a bit whatever, but I don't know. It's just like, what's this rattled agenda?
No, but that culture is an issue. I'll be real. It is what it is, and I've adapted to it, but it is an issue.
Call me rattled, like, after you just told me suck my mum. Like, what do you mean I'm rattled? Yeah, like, what?
Yes.
Like, what we doing?
Go on TikTok live, that's what you see.
Yeah, like, I thought rattled was supposed to... Yeah, like, I thought rattled was supposed to be something you're not really... I guess that's what his point is, like, he's not really supposed to be rattled by it, but I don't know, like... And to be fair, I have been kind of saying he's not supposed to be rattled by it, but, like, I mean, he's not supposed to... But as I did say also that he's very, like, there's a lot going on with him. Like, I don't know, man. I hate that fucking agenda. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like, niggas rattled. Like, because, like, yes, people have emotional responses.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm rattled, you're gonna know.
That too, anyway. Like, I don't care. Like,
if I'm raging, you know I'm raging. It's gonna be pretty
draw me out and then tell me I'm rattled. But I guess in his defense, he didn't draw him out. So, I guess. Well, I ain't seen the clip, but yeah. Well.
Wait, volume is a bit low. I don't know why it's doing this.
Is that a little bit better?
A little bit better, yeah. I have to proper focus to listen, though.
Sorry, I'm just checking some audio. I don't think there's too much I can do about it, so you might have to just run that one.
Calm.
because I can't do it from here. It's just a video. Let me try to do something quickly. Hold on.
Okay.
Is that better or the same?
Way better.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god!
Stop screaming on my face.
I'd call it rattled. Okay. Hook to the video aside. Hello, Fakemink. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule of 5 shows a week to reply to little old me. I feel very special. Thank you very much. After all, you are the best rapper in the underground scene. Matter of fact, the best.
It's Chris Eubank speaking, nigga, bro. This nigga sound exactly like Chris Eubank, fam. That's what I mean when I say he's a character, fam. Like, this nigga here. Thank you for taking time out of my busy schedule here.
Rapper in the country. So it is only right that I take a little bit of time out of my nowhere near as busy schedule to reply to the best rapper in the UK. So let's get into it. Here's where we're going to start. I'm 28 years old. You are 21 years old. When you were off your back of your tour bus, you had.
So he's 21. So why are so many about quoted age in the comments? The nigga's 21.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, he's not a teen, bro.
See, I was saying 18 and stuff like he was fucking a kid.
Yeah, bro. You can get these hands if we fight and still. I won't be like, oh, that's my young G. You know, I want to allow it, bro. You're 21, bro.
21, and we're talking about uncle, old age, or pushing 30, and he's 21. Like, I understand he's not pushing 30, but come on, bro. Like,
He'll be here soon, bro.
Very, very soon. Very soon.
Interaction with a fan where you said you're an adult, act like it, and they weren't that much different from you in age, being 21 years old. So if I'm a grown man, that person is a grown man. Are you not a grown man and an adult? I was not sent to this earth to spit flawless 16s. I never asked for flawless.
I think that's a good point as well. Like I said, niggas got to remember the context of how they say things, bro. Like you said, because I think I did see that video. I never saw it in context, but he was telling somebody like you know, act like you're grown. So you know, like you said, if they're in a similar age group, then you know they might have even been younger. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So it's a valid point.
I'm asking for basics. The basics should be to a decent standard. Yes, you're going to have a couple wobbles here and there because you're nervous being on a big stage. To be able to get through a decent chunk of your verse with some sort of vocal clarity, with some decent delivery. Maybe you fluff a lyric here and there, you catch the beat again, you ad-lib your way through some parts, but to get through a 16 of your own song live on stage as you are being paid to do.
Also as well, man, you can't. I'm not great with this internet thing. You can't play with niggas like this too tough, man. They'll sit down there and break down your whole life and fucking, do you know what I'm saying? Give you a bar for bar breakdown for your life and how you're supposed to improve it and everything. They're like, he ain't just gonna tell you like shut up online, fam. Like you gotta break your shit down, fam. Like,
Yeah, bro. That's
can't play with niggas like this, fam. Like look at him.
I'm agreeing so far.
That's what I'm saying. He sat there meticulously going through things that are said like, alright, cool. So let's break this one down. Like let's chop this fable. Like that's crazy.
He's like, wait,
Fans
I did not
are
ask you for
paying
flawless 16.
Like, as he said that you're paid, but he's about to get into the territory that we was talking about and certain things, or like, you know what I'm saying, where it's just like, bro, like, man, I have a job to do, fam. That's why I said more man want to be musicians for what they look like. Remember the streaming I was talking about, like arguing with my manager for like wanting to go rehearsals and stuff like that. Like, it's like, bro, like people just kind of just like image. It seems like not actually like doing what you're supposed to be doing, like actually finishing your bars.
Live on stage as you are being paid to do. Fans are paying ticket money for you to be able to do this. Yet again, I'm not asking for flawless. I'm asking for
Entirely positive, by the way.
I was just commenting on the performance. I mean, I can hear what he's saying.
here. Pretty decent performance. Breath control is decent. Delivery is good. Enunciation is good. Bits of crowd interaction in there. This, if you did this at Rolling Loud at Coachella, no one would have any complaints. I wouldn't have those criticisms. I would say, hey, improvements have been made. This is good. Sure. The reason why you're only being able to rap a couple lines at a time is because you're using the times in between to buy time to get your breath back. But yet again, that's decent enough. That is a bit more advanced. You'll get there eventually, hopefully, if you work at it. I was sent here to deliver a certain message with my music. How are you going to deliver that message if the rapping itself isn't good and you're a rapper? How are you going to deliver said message if your delivery is poor? How are you going to deliver the message in your lyrics if you cannot rap said lyrics? How do you plan on doing that? As a rapper who says that he is the best, sacrificing...
Is that must have been something he said on the record as well? It's best rapper.
Oh yeah, he keeps saying best rapper. I wonder if he actually said that, because if he did, this is even more warranted. Yes. If he called himself best rapper alive, goodness gracious, he needs that. He needs people to, bring him back down.
Oh man, these man. Gosh. Yeah.
A piece of my health only because I want my supporters to enjoy themselves. I did 2 shows before Rolling Loud with no sweep in between any of those 3 shows, mixed in with health conditions that I have. This tour has been pushing me to the edge. You see, this is the hard part about being the best. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You see, when you are the best, there are certain expectations that will be had of you, regardless of what you are going through. The pressure of being the best to get to the point where you're doing 5 shows a week.
It's a tough lesson, but it's true. There's certain things you got to understand the full context of what you're saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to like the idea of being a leader of stuff until you realize what comes with being a leader. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the outside stuff looks cool, but then you also the responsibility when something goes wrong. All of it falls on your head the same way that things good fall on your head. Do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that can come from left field that has nothing to do with you. So. It's that idea of wanting to have these accolades and be musicians and be these people without being subjected to the real life perspective and criticisms of things that, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like that affect things. I don't think I've ever really experienced it too much outside of a certain, like, the fact that the hip hop that I make is a lot less like just traditional hip hop or grime. Do you know what I'm saying? So some man don't know what to make of it. So even though they know I'm rapping good, they don't really know like where I fit into, or it's not something they're gonna go bump in their car necessarily. Even though I think all my music's car worthy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's elements of how people take that onto, and that's something you always have to be aware of. Do you know what I'm saying? I talk the way I talk about my music because I know objectively I'm good. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because I put a little time into the craft of writing the bars and putting them together. I don't just write my bars in 20 minutes like some man, bro. I spend 2 hours writing a nice 32. Do you know what I'm saying? Make sure it's all put together nicely. Make sure this hook sounds a certain type of way. Let me experiment with this. Let me experiment with that. So as you said, like, it's true. A lot of men don't realize that. Like, yeah, you can't just be out here calling yourself. Like, me calling myself the underground king doesn't really put me under that type of scrutiny. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying I'm the best rapper. Like, when you're saying you're the best rapper, you're the best at certain things, then boy, you're gonna have to deal with that. You can't be saying you're the best rapper. Some men are ready and waiting in the wings for that opportunity, boy. They're waiting. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like he's got a valid point.
When you are the best, you don't get to make excuses, unfortunately. You don't get to make those excuses. If you're the best, you're the best, regardless of what you're going through. And when you've declared yourself as the best, this is what you are signing up to. As a music critic, since you have declared yourself as the best, the standard I am going to hold you to is based on the expectations of someone who is the best. You see, these are excuses that for people who aren't the best, they would be more than reasonable. But you are the best. Like I said, heavy is the head that wears the crown. When you declare yourself the best, These are the expectations that you sign yourself up for. You're going to have to just push through it and deliver. Because
He really sounds like a Batman villain though. It's kidding me. Man. Like it's actually, these are the things you must push for. These are the things that you must deliver. Like, it sounds like the Riddler, fam. Like it's crazy.
you are the best. And that is what is now expected of you. Now that you have declared yourself as the best. And you're not doing those 5 shows a week out of the goodness of a heart for your fans. You're doing it because you're getting paid to do it. Let's get that out of the way. We're not acting like this is some grandiose altruism. You did this.
Also, randomly, just like as much as I'm laughing at his voice because it is funny. There's nothing wrong with actually being able to speak very well and speak eloquently. Just want to throw that out there. I feel like people in the ends always do that, and as somebody who actually speaks quite eloquently, I've never experienced it too much, but it's just always something I like to be conscious of. Yeah, I might make my joke, but also like shout out to man for actually being articulate and being able to string 2 words together. You get me? Because you get me. That's important.
It's easier for me to understand.
Right, exactly. I ain't had to pause it or I ain't had to do that. I understand everything man's saying to a point, to a T. Yeah, shout out to him for that. So I will say that.
Heart for your fans. You're doing it because you're getting paid to do it. Let's get that out of the way. We're not acting like this is some grandiose altruism. On stage and put on a decent performance, which your own fans will tell you over the consistent course of your career from shows that they've been to has been disappointing. The other things, and sort of, I deliver a message with my music. Another one of the weaknesses of your music and of your discography is that you leave a lot of your song concepts unfleshed out.
Also, as well, just random question. Do you see what I mean? As in, like, when you said like high horse and stuff like that, like I don't think he's on his high horse, and I don't think he comes off on his high horse. But I feel like I can understand how it can potentially come off like that sometimes, even if he's not being like that. Like,
I mean, if you don't know what he's talking about, probably.
I feel like if you can't break down what he's saying, then it's just gonna sound like he's just telling you shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas if you're a level of like, you know, conversational, social level, whatever you want to call it, it's like you'll kind of understand the things that he's saying because he's quite blunt with how he says them, and I know that I've dealt with that before as well, where it's like he can be quite blunt, and it's like I'm just saying things for how I see it. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's a certain situation in life where I said I felt like somebody was acting childish, and I felt like they were acting childish because they were literally stamping their feet and moving funny. But when you say that, obviously it comes off like you're saying like someone's a child. Do you know what I'm saying? So it comes off like you're being a total, like you're condescending. When in my head that is literally just the word I would use. I don't know what other word to use. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's the same where it's like I'm not trying to paint him as being on a high horse. I just feel like it's one of them things where that's what I was trying to articulate. What I'm saying, like he's not on his high horse, but
so far,
he's very very eloquent and very
I mean, the only part is the beginning, like when he's laughing, but I feel like that's the clickbait.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And also, sometimes you got to get some get back. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to get some get back. Like there's like here's the eloquent breakdown, but first let me get my 1-2s and you get me. So send a little jab your way. Then I'm gonna break down the rest of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you try, you know what I'm saying. You try to slap him on the internet, so I'm gonna slap you back, and then we can talk. Type shit.
Why? Because your actual rap ability in the booth, which translates to stage, by the way, doesn't allow you to do so. If you were better at the basic things, tone, cadence, vocabulary, delivery, breath control, you would be able to flesh out these ideas more. Your artistic capability as a rapper is directly handicapped by your basic rap ability. That's your.
I feel like bear man are gonna get onto him to this, but only because he's talking from a total technical standpoint. Where man are just gonna look at the streams, just gonna look at the fact that he's famous, and just be like, "Oh, he's hating."
He's lost the fans there.
I mean, we'll wait and see in it, but like, yeah, I don't like because I agree in it, but a lot of men don't look at it from the technical standpoint. They look at it from the standpoint of how well you're doing. So if man's lit, then man's lit. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like. Yeah. Like as you said, like I'm like, cause that's what I was saying when I said I need to do a deep dive of his music because everything I've heard hasn't been great to me. But I just, you know, maybe I'm just getting old. I don't know what to call it. It's not that he doesn't make bad music. It's just very like simple. It's just very like
I've heard
it's
good
like
stuff
pop
from him.
rap. You know what I'm saying? Like
2 or 3 good songs.
yeah, like so maybe there's an element. That's why I said, because I actually need to see like what the thing is. But that song that he was just performing, I did not like that at all. Like I get it, it's a different type of beat, but
It's
like,
alright. I wouldn't listen to it, but
man, I just
I
rhyming the most
enjoyed the
basic
performance.
rhyming words in the world, fam. But yeah, I get it. I'm more technical rapper, so what can I say?
Biggest flaw, and has been throughout your discography, which actually hurts your desire to want to deliver a message through your music. Because the braggadocio of the character that you created, of the fashion over larger than life lifestyle that is flawless and effortless, of being the best, doesn't translate.
I half agree. I don't. I kind of get what you're saying, but like I don't think it. I think in this day and age, there's enough that you can put out online that it doesn't necessarily need to like come through the music in a certain type of way. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna play this, and then I just need to grab something quick.
Right now, for an SD Kid concert, you're looking at ticket prices of around what? £120. These are some prices that I found on Ticketmaster. Now, with the performances that you are giving right now on these stages, some fans will struggle to be able to justify spending upwards of £120 on a ticket to see you perform at that level live. Do you not see how this can hurt your career? Do you not see how fans may be disappointed if they are spending upwards of £120 a ticket to see you live?
I think he does kind of understand. That's why he apologized. Kind of. I think he does kind of. I just think.
Wait, he apologized?
Fakemink when he said I'm like my bad. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
First
okay,
line.
yeah.
I think he kind of like. I think he recognizes
It's the
just,
ego, bro.
It's ego. Like we can't help it, especially being rappers, man. That's one of our biggest like things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like having an ego. I'm not here to say everyone's got an ego like me or him or something like that. But what I'm just trying to say is just more in the sense of just like, you know, when people feel attacked, to like, you sometimes just gotta put yourself in people's shoes, and it's just like I'm not saying he's right for responding or saying what he said. Not that he shouldn't have responded, but as in for saying how he said it, because I don't like how he said it. But regardless, it's still just like I kind of get why like I said, people are gonna feel how they feel sometimes, especially when it's their art and certain things like that, man. It can be quite sensitive, man. Sometimes people say things about my music and it's not even that deep, but in my head I'm like, raw, like what does that mean? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Do you not see how this could be a problem? Specifically, since you're saying you are the best.
He's got to stop saying best like that, for I was screaming about it. You are the best. The best.
Specifically, since you're saying you are the best. Which means you are better than SD Kid. Which means likely your average ticket price is going to be higher than his. Because you are the best, so you get to demand such price.
I don't know I can't tell if he's trolled it or not, but he's getting a bit far with the whole best thing. I kind of like, as much as I don't necessarily.
I think he's really trying to make a point out of that one.
Yeah, but I don't
Called
like.
himself that. It's like.
Yeah, I guess he's hitting it with the real life, and he's hitting it with
it's
the. Okay,
if
you're
he's
saying
listening
this.
to this, it's like, remember you said this.
Yeah, because in my head it's like, well, I know what like, even if you're, but then I guess you can't say you're the best on a colloquial thing.
And then say you can't spit a flawless 16. You're the best at what, fam?
Yeah. Because you're not a singer. I thought he was more of a vocal artist than what I've. Does he rap more or does he sing? Like
Singing. He sing.
Because I've heard him rapping more, and if he's rapping and saying I can't deliver a flawless 16, then that's mind you, I don't listen to him that much, so I'm giving him grace this whole time of kind of like not being a traditional rapper, but I've heard him rap, and he's not a traditional rapper, but it's like, bro, you're still rapping, fam. So like, what do you mean I wasn't sent to deliver flawless 16s? Like,
and you're meant to be the best. That's what
isn't
he keeps saying.
You're performing your song. You're performing your song, which contains 16s, and you don't think it's your good job for you to to spit good 16s.
But you're the best.
The best.
The best.
So he has to like. Yeah, I guess because I was gonna try like devil's advocate as always, but I was gonna try and do both sides. But it is kind of true, I guess. Like you can't say you're the best. Like that's a very specific thing, I guess, in a certain type of way. It comes with the territory of saying certain things. Like some people are gonna take you literally, unfortunately, and that's just the pressure of what comes with saying certain things. That's just how
You can
life goes.
aspire to be the best, but if you're saying you are, or you can compete to be that, but you're saying you're already there. So naturally, you're gonna get challenged from all sides, bro.
Yeah,
all sides.
that's insane. It does flare up the ego because even me as a semi-active rapper right but now, I'm still just like,
Yeah, bro.
what?
Bro, Fakemink is better than us, bro. Like that's by what he's
don't
saying.
do that. Don't do that,
Bro,
man.
he's
Don't do
better
that.
than us, bro.
Don't do
The
that.
kids will say that.
Don't do that, man. Let's do the second time. I was going. Myself and they just getting me mad. Like just I'm gripping. Like ready to go pick something. I'm about to turn the stream off and punch the wall. Fam. I'm telling you, fam. Like this fucking nigga Fakemink, fam. Like nah, fam. Like yeah, nah. I don't know. So yeah, I guess you got to take it. I guess like no, he's got to take that, man.
Yeah.
You know it is what it is. Like you said it.
I says, do you see the problem here? Ultimately, we can end this with another lesson. If you over rely on punching in line by line or even half a line at a time, when duty calls and you have to go on stage to perform,
That's valid.
you won't be able to do it. You need to practice actually being able to get off 16s at a time of your own songs. I'm not asking you to jump on grime sets. I'm asking you to rehearse your own songs.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. That is
Because
valid.
what he said, if you're punching in and you want to perform that, there's a way to do that, and that's by rehearsing.
Right, yeah. He did the roundabout, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but he did the roundabout and then got to the point because I think that was the most summary of everything. Bro, just rehearse, and there's nothing wrong with rehearsing. If you rehearse your shit, you wouldn't have the problem that we're talking about right now. I'm telling you wouldn't, because you would have rehearsed it, and you might still have elements of your breath and certain things like that. And like I said, obviously there's a health condition to take into consideration, which maybe we shouldn't apparently because he doesn't want pity, but there's that. But outside of that, until that's explained or we know why that makes sense, then unfortunately you're rapping. Yeah, man, want to hear them 16s, fam. Like what are we talking about here?
Man.
As you said, just
Could you
rehearse
imagine Michael
stuff.
Jackson is having an off day? He's literally the best.
But
And
that's
he's telling
bare,
you,
man.
I can't sing today. What do you mean? You're MJ.
Nah, people come and paid and did certain things, and even then he's still gonna like try. Like, do you know what I'm saying? You're gonna say, oh no, like it's just like I said, he's up there
Gonna
trying
make
it,
it
so
happen,
I can't.
bro.
I'm not saying he weren't trying, but like, bro, like man. Like, yeah, but again, it's that thing. You know how much man, like, if I'm on sound check, I can't bother to go to sound check. You know how much man.
Yeah,
You know how much of a thing that is. Oh, so it's only sound check, man. It's fine, man. I'll be. Man, don't want to rehearse a damn thing.
The only way I miss sound check is if I rehearsed at home with my speakers and my mic.
Exactly. Like to me,
That's the only possible way. And I
I'm not
still
gonna
want to
lie.
get a 2-minute in of sound check.
There was like a stage of like where I was a bit more kind of like, oh, I don't really care about sound check, but it kind of like it went in a waves. When I first started, I cared. Then I was like, all right, whatever. Then I started caring again because it's like, bro, you have to like rehearse and practice your shit, bro. You will get up there, and then when your mic's bare feedback because you're trying to be Mr. Cool Guy, like there's being cool guy and there's having a good performance. You don't realize how much more of a cool guy you look like when you perform how you're supposed to, as opposed to just winging the cool guy thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Where it's like you're just screaming and jumping. Like I had to learn that myself.
Always rely on aura, bro.
Yeah, I don't
Only
even jump
certain man
around
can
no
do it,
more when I perform. Like, and that's not even because I can't or I don't want to. It's because I actually want to give a clean performance on my raps, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I want to rap. I want it to sound clean. I want it to look good, and it is what it is. And I'm not saying that other stuff there's no place for that. There's a lot of place for that, but at the same time, you gotta know. You know what I'm saying? When you're going rolling loud and doing certain things, man, like I said, Justin Bieber just got criticized for putting a YouTube on. I know that's a far more extreme example, but the point is, it's still within the realms of people who came, they paid their money, they want to see a professional performance.
Exactly. Don't play
Doesn't matter who you
on
are.
fucking YouTube, bro.
Don't play it off YouTube and don't come up there not knowing any of your bars,
Could have
fam.
done
Like,
that in my flipping living room, fam.
exactly. Or I could have just stayed at home and played your songs if I'm gonna come here and you're gonna stumble your way through the tune, fam. Like, fuck are we talking about, fam? If anything, you're making it worse. Like I wouldn't have heard no
You know what I'm
stumbles
saying?
if we're you know what I'm saying.
The
Like,
worst is
outside.
when man are spitting their lyrics over their lyrics, and I can't hear the original lyrics.
Yeah, that's why I have to stop
I
doing
know
that
the
at certain
song,
stages.
but I can't even catch the lyrics because you're
Yeah,
rapping over it,
yeah. Man, are
and you're
rapping it,
messing up.
and that's about to say that's the worst thing. Man, are forgetting bars. Man, are spitting
Yeah.
2 seconds ahead of it, so they ain't even got the timing correct in them thing there. So you can't even just like, it doesn't even, like, because even that performance, I noticed that like he's doing that, but I only because I realize on like on some bigger levels, I guess there's a lot of noise and stuff, so some people have the backing vocals and whatever. I'm not asking everyone to be Beyonce or whatever in it, but generally, I feel like the aim is to do you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to spit these bars, fam. You need to hear that, man. It's not, I ain't, you
Like
need
you
to hear the
said,
backing
you got a
vocals.
message
Fam.
to deliver, Fakemink. You got a message,
Yeah.
Fakemink. You got to spit it up, bro. Pause.
Do you know what I do a lot as well? I'll get ad libs and stabs. That's what I'll get. So if I really need a backing track, I'll get stabs. And trust me, that's a nice little way of like kind of cutting in between it, because the stabs you can play them a little bit low. You can have them kind of low on the track. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So then by the time you obviously, if you don't remember all your bars, you're still spitting in between all the stabs. But then the stabs will help you get on track. Do you know what I'm saying? So just in case you might be falling off, you know what the next word is. Oh, you said that, like, do you know what I'm saying?
That parts where you're running out of breath, that's when you can bring up the main vocal. Just have
right,
like 2 bars.
just
to
a
catch your
2 bar,
breath.
like
You know what I'm
recognize
saying?
what,
Then you
yeah,
start
like
again.
there's ways around it that you can still perform and have your little
Yeah.
cues and your little things that will help you. And like I said, I'm not saying that, you know, because when you first start rapping and stuff, there's a lot you gotta learn. So I'm not sitting here just like everybody who raps over backing vocals is terrible. No, that's not it. And I used to hate when people said that to me when I first started rapping. I can't even lie, because I used to jump around a lot, and you can't do them type of turn up performances where you're in the crowd mosh pitting and not have no backing vocals, bro. Otherwise, no one's hearing nothing. You're gonna get a bar off every, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta know what type of performance it is, what you're doing, and if there's a time and place for everything in it. But as you said, man can't be at Rolling Loud, like I said, not getting through your 16s and
It's
then
also education. He's lucky. If he didn't know, he's educating them as well. Because
Yeah.
when I was doing my time, where I didn't know about backing, and people were telling me, "Do you have a PA? Do you have a special? Do you have a song?" They'll say PA. It's like a song that's produced for the performance or edited for the performance, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, it took me a
Bring
minute.
up YouTube, bro." I
You know that
I
run
got
my
a
shit.
USB here. Pull that. What
No,
you
no.
mean PA,
Fam,
fam?
when I'm at home, I
What you
just plug
think
the
I am?
aux cable in. You get me, and I got my mic hooked up like that's it, fam. Like
Then
that's,
someone
that's
sat
what you
me
need.
down and told me, bro, I'm not gonna lie, you need to change certain things and it might make it better. I tried it and I was like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
I
Do
don't
you know what
sound
I
like
learned?
an
that?
idiot no more.
So I used to do I used to do that. I used to jump around a lot back in track. That was kind of my excuse. So to be honest, it's not that I couldn't do it. It's just more I was lazy about doing it, because in my head I had a perfectly valid excuse, which was I'm jumping around, I'm turning up. My early performances used to be me going nuts. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyone who's been to them, they know I was on timing when it came to that. I used to, outside of Masterpiece, I didn't think there was anyone that was performing better than me when it came to that underground shit, and I stand on that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sound masterpiece.
But yeah, for real. But what happened is I had a show one time. We got booked in. It was like some weird little festival thing, and it was kind of like by Plymouth somewhere. Like, so I forgot where it was exactly. I think it was like Cornwall or some shit like that. But it was like a proper little festival thingy, like nothing massive, but like pretty decent, like healthy. So you know, went up there to perform. But the point was the stage, because it was the festival setting is different stages and things. So the stage that we went on, there was like 4 gates in front of the stage, and then everybody was sitting down, like, because it was during the day, like it was like 3, 4 o'clock. So everyone's sitting down, everyone's buying food, so there's a group of people in the center. They're all just kind of like eating food and just like, man, someone might even have a magazine in their hand, like they were just chilling. So I'm like, bro, like this is a whole different kettle of fish right about now. For a second while I'm up there, I'm kind of like, how do I do this? Because it's like I'm used to. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's funny because I think I had 2 shows on the weekend. So I remember I had a show there and then we went straight back to another show. So I'm getting ready to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? But here I'm like, hold on, this is different. Like, so I'm like, what do I do here? So I just started talking a little bit more. Like, I was just like, alright, cool. So hey guys, like you I became one of them artists, like some indie band. Like, hey guys, my name's Kish Fantastic, like what's going on? This is what I got going on. So I started doing my little like fake little comedy shit. I'm up there trying to, do you know what I'm saying, just bust joke and do certain things. But long story short, it forced me to change my whole vibe of how I perform. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you realize that like there's times where your music's gonna have to speak. Do you know what I'm saying? Your personality as well. It all's gonna have to shine.
Crowd is different. That's a good point you made.
Right? Do you know what I'm saying?
Every
Like,
crowd is different.
I couldn't go up there and do the mosh pit. What am I gonna do? Jump around up there and, do you know what I'm saying? Like where everyone's just kind of chilling and looking. No. So I made sure I selected certain songs. Some of them were still kind of whatever, but then I did like my slower songs where I'm rapping, and in between that I'm making a couple jokes like, yeah, this one, this song I made when I was this, and anyone ever. And but it literally changed my whole performance, because now mine's more based on that. Do you know what I'm saying? Than like me jumping around, and that's because for me, it felt like the music like it speaks. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the music speaks for itself. You get the good vibe, like you understand what's going on, rather than just like rather than just a backing track playing in the background and it's just messy and noisy and just loud bass like. So I think he's got a valid point. It's quite interesting perspective and a whole interesting take on it kind of thing. I'll see a couple of these comments. Go and see if anyone did he post it himself.
Shout out Fakemink. I'm still rooting for you, Fakemink. I don't know if you're watching, but don't take this as in the uncle are hating. They don't understand the music. No.
Yeah, see, look, 10-minute TikTok. You think anybody's watching that? He's not gonna watch 10 minutes of you waffling. Valid points, criticism.
If he's not watching 10 minutes, he's not watching this.
Look at this, trying to milk this too hard and wrap it up here. 28. Like this nigga looks older than. Like if this is him,
he might be.
Better be AI fam. Like that better be AI fam. Look at these 10 following. No, like these niggas are so pathetic fam. Like. Fucking because I'm getting older. I don't care. It's just corny, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Laughing 3 out. Oh, he's got a new follower. Shout out to him. The scope guy.
Proper nice analysis. Sort of writing in quotation marks, man. Cook him, Ed. I'm not even trying to cook him. Potential is insane. Just trying to push him more. Imagine if this song was with a better performance. Imagine if he rapped his ass off here. Like he's still trying to. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still giving his little. You know. But yeah, that's the best. He's
winning the crowd over a little bit because what he said is based like.
Yeah, because it's facts. You can't argue with facts, man. Unfortunately, like when you're sitting down and you're a bit more articulate, like let's say, all right, facts. It's all subjective to opinions. I can't say facts for certain, but what I mean is when it's well constructed arguments that are broken down articulately, it's kind of hard to argue with that unless you're prepared to do the same, and I don't see anybody planning to do the same. So no, it is though. It was a basic product. Facts. I couldn't think of any other word that based. It is. Do you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, and like I said, he can keep doing this thing, and that was a very well constructed argument. So
man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, that was a nice little breakdown and all that. Healthy stuff, yes, we will aim to be the best. You know what I'm saying? That's what type of time we're on. The best. Alright, cool. I'm gonna get out of here because we've been here for almost 3 hours now. Nice little healthy stream. Sorry, I've stopped you from getting chip as well, so my bad.
It's calm, bro.
But valid conversation and all of that. And yes, man, we'll be back hopefully next week. I'll hit you up and speak to you, and I'm gonna contact you about the YouTube stuff. So I'll be right with you. I'll probably do that tomorrow. So all that good shit.
Man. Shout out to everyone that tuned in. Shout out to Black Intelligence. That was a nice addition to the panel, and we shall be back next week.
Very, very healthy. All right, man. We'll catch you soon, broski. Appreciate you every time, man. Have a good evening.
Of course, man.
Look after yourself, man.
I love everyone.
My girl.
Baby, I run to it like you owe me, bring it back. No, it ain't my birthday, but come and make it clap. Oh, let's do it, I'm on tap. And she gon' throw this whack. Shake it, work it, twerk it, come and do it for a man. You just got your head in, I ain't tryna take the piss. But you gon' need some stick, goddess like Alexa Bliss. Baby, I'ma need that kiss. And she gon' take this, and she gon' take this pic. Baby, I'm all on your hips. Like Bennett.